Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here, once again. Okay, yes, I know I'm wearing the fucking shanty top again. I promise you I do own other clothes than this, okay? I don't know, I always seem to put it on whenever I decide to make a video that day. But whatever. Now, before we begin, I'm actually going to do some stuff that I don't normally do. I'm going to, I guess, promote myself a wee bit, I don't know. But basically, I've been streaming on Twitch quite a bit, and, you know, I think I said this in a video a wee while ago, but I had such a fun time streaming on the Friday night there. We were playing ukulele and stuff, and it was just a lot of fun. So I ask you guys to go into the description and find the link to my Twitch. Follow me there. I'm going to try and do it stream every Friday. I will absolutely not commit to that schedule because there's no way I will. I'm probably just going to stream whenever the fuck I feel like it, honestly, but it's there regardless, you know, along with my Twitter, you know, follow me on Twitter as well. I'm always hovering about the 2.5k mark. I don't know, it always seems to go under and below 2.5k, but whatever. They're there. Do with them as you wish. So, collection update. Let's get on with it, shall we? It's been a decent time for games at the moment. You know, we're getting a few new releases, yada yada yada. We're sort of slowing down from what we got at the beginning of the year, but things aren't going to get any cleaner. You know, we're still getting hundreds of games, hundreds of that, and I've got some here. But the first thing I'm going to show off is actually this. I picked up myself an Xbox One controller. Now, I don't have an Xbox One, don't worry. But I kind of wanted to get this because I wanted a new PC controller, because I have a really old wired 360 controller, and I don't know, I was just sort of holding it. It felt old and shit, and I'm just like, you know what, I want to replace this. And I thought, well, I suppose I could try out an Xbox One controller, because I know there's hundreds of PC controllers out there, you know, third-party ones, some of which will be really nice, but I wanted to give this one a go. And I gotta say, this is an excellent fucking controller. I was really surprised. I mean, the 360 one was really good too. I always kind of held that the PS3 controller was a bit better than the Xbox 360 controller. I'm sure that's a really unpopular opinion, but it's just how I felt. But the thing that really held that controller back to me, you can all probably guess it, was the D-pad. Everybody complains about the D-pad, I know, but it really was that fucking terrible. The D-pad on this is really good, okay? I can actually play 2D games on this and just fine, you know? And it's just really comfortable, and yeah, I really like it. I think the PS4 controller wins by a hair, you know? It's really close. They're both excellent controllers for sure, but I'm really glad I picked this up. You know, it's really nice playing, like I said, ukulele on this and whatnot. So yeah, good controller. So on to the actual games here. I was just talking about this actually. I picked up a ukulele for the PS4. Now I'm pretty sure I told this story in my review, which was in my last video, but I'll just tell it again just to clarify. I was kind of one of the slacker backers for this game. I didn't give my money directly to Kickstarter. I just donated money later on, just enough to get a digital code for the game. Originally I got it on Wii U, but of course the Wii U version's cancelled, so I decided to get it on Steam. Now, I also pre-ordered a physical copy of this, because I like owning them physical, you know, just put it on the shelf and shit. But after hearing the middling reviews that the game has gotten, and the fact that the console version was apparently outsourced and didn't perform that well on either PS4 or Xbox One, I thought, you know what, I'm going to cancel a pre-order, might as well. But this game has really become special to me, okay? It's like I keep playing it like I'm playing it for 100% for the second time, you know? Like I was playing it for 100% the second time on PC, but then I picked this and I'm going to 100% it again because it's an easy platinum trophy, quite frankly. So yeah, I like this game an awful lot, I really do. I decided to pick it up on, like I said, PS4 after I decided I do really like it, and yeah, I know that I know there's some things that I don't want to get into about this game on the political side, please not. Let's not get into that. That is going to follow this game around like a bad smell for the entirety of its existence. But so that I really like it. So yeah, that's pretty much all you can say, is it? Goody goody. Okay, now I guess with my like sudden phase on ukulele, I started thinking about past Rareware games, you know. And there's a game that I'm surprised that I still hadn't owned yet, and that's Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie's Kong. No, not Dixie's Conquest. That's the second one. Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Yeah, there we go. Now, I love Donkey Kong Country, the first one. I have a weird relationship with Donkey Kong Country 2, actually. I know that is like one of those games. One of those games that you can't criticize because it just has that much of a like massive following, and if you criticize it in any way, you get... Yeah, you're not a nice person, apparently. But I've always felt... I don't know. I don't like using this word, but I think DKC2 is a bit overrated. That's just me. That's just me, obviously. I've not really played it to the extent that I kind of want to, and I would like to eventually one day just sit down in it and like play the whole thing, because again, I do love the first game so much. But yeah, then there's this third one, which I guess is kind of the black sheep of the series. Not that many people talk about this one. I don't know. But I figured, you know, can't hurt to own it regardless. So yeah, Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, wonderful name. Yeah, there we go. Next up I got... Now, I was talking about this game a bit. It recently came out on Wii U, and I was playing it a little bit on Wii U, but I thought, you know what, I think it's time to own it physically. See, that's how my mind works. It's like, oh, a game's came out digitally that I've really wanted to play. I'm gonna go buy it physically. Harvest Moon 64, I'm just not long off of a Story of Seasons Trio of Towns. I'm still very much in a Harvest Moon mood, so I thought to get this. Now, this was only released in Japan and America, so I can't play it on my fucking N64 because of these fucking bits of plastic at the bottom. Just a moment. See, this was Nintendo's extent to region locking for the N64, okay? Look at this. American cartridge, European cartridge, you see the bits of plastic, okay? This is literally how they region lock that fucking console. You can't put the game in. There's no, like, region locking on the console at all, so it's like... On the plus side, you just have to remove a bit of plastic from the N64, which I will fucking do one day, I assure you, but it's just so... lame, you know? Fucking Nintendo wise. Oh, God. But anyway, yeah, I played this for a little bit on the Wii U. I don't know if I'm going to continue with it just yet because, you know, there's so much other shit to play. But it's another Harvest Moon game. I like Harvest Moon, so yeah, there we go. Harvest Moon 64. Enjoy. Okay, next is just all PS4 games. I'll get this out of the way first. Not played this. Puyo Tetris. What's the full name? Puyo Tetris. Frantic 4-player puzzle matchup. Yeah, I kind of bought this just because I've always been very curious about Puyo, because we all know what Tetris is, obviously, but Puyo's kind of been like the Tetris of Japan almost. It's an extremely popular like puzzle game that dates back to like the really early days of Sega, and they've done this sort of like matchup thing that apparently has like a story mode and stuff, and apparently it's really good. So I thought, well, alright, I'll give it a go then. And the only version of Puyo I've ever played is the version that was included in Hatsune Miku Project Mirai for the 3DS. There was like a random Puyo mini game in that, and yeah, that's the extent to what I've played. Majority of us, I believe, Puyo did make it over to non-Japanese players for the first time as Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I think that's what that is, you know, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people have really been giving this game high praise, so yeah, I'm quite keen to give it a go, see what it's all about. Either way, it's Tetris and it's Puyo, very good puzzle games, can't go wrong, can you? So yeah, Puyo, Tetris, whatever you want to call it. Okay, next we'll talk about this one, I suppose. Persona 5, a steelbook apparently, because this is what I got. Yeah, Persona 5, this is like probably the game to have at the moment, you know, everybody's playing this one, and yeah, I have like I probably have like a lot to say honestly about this because I've always had this weird relationship with Persona because I like it a lot, but everybody I know who plays Persona loves it a lot more than me. You know, I'm sure I've said that in some other video somewhere, but yeah. So I've been playing this, and I haven't played it as much as I would think. I'm about 15 hours in, just on the second dungeon, and I don't like. Here's a weird thing. I don't normally get this with games, but I don't like playing it on weekdays. I only really want to play it at the weekend because I don't know. Coming in from work and like thinking, right, got to do this, got to do that, and then I get some time to play some games. I don't want to sit down and play Persona because I just want to play it for hours on end. Maybe that's in the game's favour. Maybe that's like shows how much I actually am enjoying it. I just want to sit down and play it for ages. But yeah, it's a weird thing. So I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of it today, for definite. Yeah, everybody, like I said, everybody loves this game. So what can you do? I'm probably going to do like a whole video on this, you know, in about a million years' time when I actually fucking finish it, because this is a long game from what I've heard. Very long game. All the Persona games are long though, of course. One thing I do want to point out though that does seem a bit iffy to me, it's like it's called like Persona 5, but they've wiped off the Shin Megami Tensei name off it, you know? I don't know why that like always bugs me. I think it's because like so many Persona fans don't even know what Shin Megami Tensei is. They just like Persona, you know? And I guess that gets to me for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. Yeah, Persona 5. Persona 5. Okay. And next up, I think I talked about this in my Story of Seasons review. Stardew Valley. In fact, I did talk about this in my Story of Seasons review. Not much to say because I've still not played it. I want to eventually, but yeah, Stardew Valley. And last but not least, I got this right here, Dragon Quest Heroes 2. I was a big fan of the first one, and I'm a big fan of Dragon Quest in general, so this was definitely an easy buy for me. I am going to sit on it for a little bit. I would like to like concentrate on Persona 5 first. You know, I don't want to like go into this and have too many games on at once, because I'm still playing Ukulele for fuck's sake. And all that, so, and I might start with like my smaller games, probably like Puyo Puyo. I'll probably pop that at some point this weekend. So I'll get to this eventually, and I guess the benefit of that is that there's really nothing like too groundbreaking to like get to with this one. You know, it's a sequel to the first game, which was just fucking Dynasty Warriors with Dragon Quest characters. Even if you have Dragon Quest characters from Dragon Quest 7, which is one of the best ones by the way. Also, you took out Yangus, that makes me upset, but whatever, I'm sure it'll be good regardless, because like I said, I like the first one. So, also, is there online co-op in this one? It wasn't in the first one, was there? I don't know, not played it yet. Anyway guys, that's that. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you after, thanks for watching. Bye bye.